guys, hope you're well. So, we're doing something a little bit different today. We're making a drink called tepeche. Now, it is a Mexican drink. It is like a bit of a health tonic. It's a refreshing drink. It's not really an alcoholic drink. Now, I could make it into like a beer, but I fancy trying it almost like the original recipe. So, for those people that don't know, tepeche was originally made with corn, and well, in some places it still is. But modern versions of tepeche are made with pineapple or sometimes papaya or mango. Really any fruit you want. This pretty much works for anything that you can make it with. So it really is a universal kind of soft drink. It's really good on a summer's day or a winter's day, or just whenever you want it. So we're gonna make some because we can, and it sounds cool. So let's do that. So to make this, we don't need a lot. I mean, we really don't. It's basically a way to use up all the leftovers from whatever it is you've made. So in my case, I have a load of pineapple bits left over from when I made a load of sweet and sour sauce. So there's the rinds of basically 2 pineapples with some of the chunky bits that I didn't add in. We're also going to need 2 cinnamon sticks. Usually you add some cloves in, but I don't want cloves, so I'm not adding them in, but you can. And they use raw cane sugar. It comes in like a solid big block. We don't get that here, so I've got some dark mascabado sugar. About 60 grams of it, because well, this is not a highly alcoholic beverage. And of course, I've got a container to put it in. It has been cleaned and I've gave it a quick scorch with some boiling water, because I'm just like that. So, there is one small modification I will be doing to this recipe. Not for any particular reason, other than it's just gonna last a little bit longer. Now, in goes your cinnamon sticks. I've got 2 of them. And I've got my leftovers of pineapple that have been frozen. I mean, they've still got some flesh on there. And in it goes. Even purposely left some with the lovely pineapple stuff on there. And I'm just going to keep throwing it all in. There we go. And I'm also going to add in my 60 grams of my mascabado sugar. Oh yes. Now I'm just going to go grab my kettle. So I've just boiled my kettle. It's looking lovely. You don't need to be exact. I'm making about 2 liters of tepeche. The reason that I've got a boiled kettle is because it's going to sterilize the outside and it will last longer, because I'm going to introduce my own yeast. There is wild yeast on the pineapple surface. There we go. But after like 3 or 4 days, it will start producing vinegar, and we don't want that. I mean, I don't want that. So I just need to mix this all around. It smells pretty good actually. It smells brown, sugary and pineapple-y. Not so much with the cinnamon, but that will come through in the next couple of days. So I'm just going to fill this up to about there to make room for the displaced pineapple with cold water. So in goes our cold water. I need a spoon. Why didn't I get a spoon? Ha ha! Like magic. Let's just give it a little mix around. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. And because the pineapple was frozen and our boiling water has evened that out, this is actually pitching temperature, which is pretty cool. So since I've already killed off all the yeast in here, that's not bad. I can just go ahead and take a little sprinkle of my ale yeast. You could use bread yeast if you want, but this is a homebrew channel. And just sprinkle a little bit on top. And now all we've got to do, just cover it, just like so. Now, this isn't a very alcoholic drink, it's a refreshing drink with a bit of a fizzy sparkle to it. So we're just going to leave this out the way for a couple of days just to carbonate basically. And then we'll be back and then we're going to try it and see if it's any good. So I'll see you in a few days. And we're back! So it has been 2 days since we started our pineapple tepeche. Very, very tasty. So because it is a low alcoholic beverage, we don't really need to do a lot. I mean, everything was cleaned, it got sterilized very quickly using boiling water, and that's basically it. I mean, you don't even need to add yeast. I just wanted to do it because, well, it's me, you know, that's what I do. Adding yeast and killing off all the yeast on the pineapple itself will mean this will have a longer shelf life, which is cool. But you don't have to do it, so if you don't have the yeast or don't want to do it, don't. So let's pull this across and let's take a look. It has just been sitting on my side, nothing fantastic. I didn't need an airlock, just a lid. It's more than enough, and well, we've got some foamy stuff on the top. And it smells pretty good, if I'm gonna be fair. So we get to do the best part of it, which is bottle it up. Because, well, it is just that easy. So all we need is a jug, milk container, 2-litre bottle, whatever you want. Now this is just to remove the chunks. So I've got a clean funnel and a clean sieve. You don't have to be super godly cleanliness with this. You just need to make sure it is clean. Oh, this is going to be, oh yeah. And let's just strain out some of this stuff. That should hold itself up now. Now I can use 2 hands. So let's strain this out. If you want, you can leave this a bit longer. You can add extra sugar to it. You can make it stronger. You can mix it with beer. Add some tequila. Hey, why not? But basically this is like a kiddie drink, I suppose. That's what I'm looking at. It's a soft drink. The yeast is just there for a little bit of fizz and a bit of sparkle, so I can take this out now. So I'm just going to chuck this in my fridge to cool down. Then we're going to give it a taste. Best served chilled. That's what I'm going to do. So our tepeche is nice and cold now, and I've poured myself a glass. I've went ahead, I've done it. I've already had a little taste. Very good. So, as you can tell, it has a kind of murky colour to it, but it is reminiscent of a pineapple juice. A little bit darker because we used brown sugar. And it has a little fizz to it. I can see little yeasties farting away in the glass. Perfectly fine, free carbonation. Oh, and it tastes really good. So it's not too sweet. I only used around 60 grams of brown sugar. You could add white sugar into it and ferment it for a bit longer, because we killed off the wild yeast and all the other beasties that were inside or on the pineapple flesh. This isn't going to go off like normal tepeche, but it's really good. I'm not going to argue with it. It is really tasty. It has an almost pineapple juice flavour, not quite as strong. It has aftertastes of cinnamon, which is very refreshing. Now I didn't add cloves because, well, I'm not a great fan of cloves, especially not with pineapple, but if that's your thing, you can do it. But it's a really tasty drink. I mean, it's a soft drink basically. It's just the yeast is there for, well, a bit of fizz. We like a bit of fizz. Very easy drinking. Now all you have to do is store this in your fridge, and well, you can have it on a hot summer's day as you see fit. Bit of ice cubes, and you don't have to limit yourself to pineapple. You can use mangoes, kiwis, pretty much anything, and then just do exactly the same thing, and it should be pretty much exactly the same thing, except with a different flavour because you're using different waste fruit skins. Still really good. I'm going to enjoy drinking this. Really good. Anyway guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. It's given you, well, something to do with the waste stuff that you throw away normally. It's pretty cool. So, don't forget to check out some of the other videos and, well, subscribe if you feel like it. Carry on homebrewing, guys. Cheers. So I just want to take a second to thank my patrons. They're helping me grow the channel, upgrade my equipment, all of that fantastic stuff. And as a thank you to them and for future patrons, I also do 4 Patreon-only videos per month. So it's pretty handy if you want a little bit extra. So there's some other links to videos down below, and of course the Patreon and subscribe button. Don't forget to check those out. See ya.